Hey guys, this is Impact Hall of Famer Gail Kim, and you are watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. We've confirmed, double, triple checked. We are recording this time.
And if we're not, then it doesn't matter because we're not seeing this.
I'm your host, JC. With me is my beautiful wife, Tina.
Hi guys.
My wife of 7 years, by the way.
Congratulations!
I was there.
I was there too.
Yes. Wedding
The other black friend. And yes,
There's like three of you.
Over here we got
There's a
Tommy,
story behind that. Sorry.
and my best man from the wedding, Mike.
What's up?
Well, one of them.
One of them, yes.
The married best man.
Yes.
Yeah, at the time.
Oh,
Well, the other one's married now. So.
real
Oh
quick,
yeah, the other one's married now.
Before we begin, since last week we had to stop recording because of some things I
Jesus
said,
Christ.
my lawyer wants me to affirm that all the statements made were mine and mine alone, and not at all the reflection of. Stop it! My lawyer said to read this, but my lawyer said to read.
I don't
Okay,
see no
so-
lawyer signature. I see nothing.
So I'm too broke to afford a lawyer.
Look, just because that looks like the money in the bank contract when you open it.
Which, by the way, Brock read that. Didn't realize he had a whole year. That was
I
kind of a
believe
funny
that more of it
segment.
was the list.
I was surprised. I don't think Brock can read. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh dang.
Anyway, follow our Twitter account at CCG_WrestleCast, and
Shots
you can
fired.
subscribe to the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel. You can also
What's
send
he
us an
gonna
email,
do? Travel here and beat me up?
ccg.wrestlecast@gmail.com.
Oh.
These guys are pointing.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be recapping
I had to do all the work myself.
AEW Double or Nothing,
Yes.
arguably the most
Dang.
anticipated pay-per-view of 2019. And we'll also be previewing NXT TakeOver 25.
Yeah.
Whoops. Ooh,
Excited
awesome.
about that one too.
Yeah,
Forgot
me
to
too.
Yeah.
copy paste that. All right.
What'd you put?
jeez.
Yeah, I said money in the bank. Typo.
Typo. My bad. I Clark did it there on my sheet, but they don't see the sheet. Okay.
Statistically
So,
speaking. I'm just
statistic-
kidding. Go ahead.
Double or Nothing.
Double or nothing.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
We're going to do the recaps a little differently now. Figure since you're watching this, you know what happens.
Yep.
If you
So
don't, then we're just
gonna
gonna give you the
start-
gist of
Go
it.
There's-
watch it, then come back and watch.
There-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pause the video right now.
If not,
Spoiler
You're back?
alert.
Okay, cool.
if you haven't seen it and you still want to see this, we're gonna basically tell you the gist of it: the good and the bad and the ugly.
Yes.
Yes.
But
And
there
they're
really
very
wasn't
good.
much ugly.
There
No,
was
there was
really
not.
wasn't much
Although
of
Although
there
Dustin
was,
bleeding was just disgusting.
Dustin bleeding was
It was great, though.
Yikes!
like someone called Terry Funk. I think he's going for his record.
So first we'll start. Mike, what did you enjoy about this show? Like a few things that you enjoyed the most here.
I mean, I think that's the same thing we're all gonna hit, but you know, the Cody Dustin match, the tag team match, Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. Actually, both tag team. Well, there was a couple, I guess, but even the Best Friends versus Angelico and Jack
Evans.
Jack Evans,
Jack Evans.
yep.
Sorry, yeah. That was like just honestly like tag team wrestling that was exciting and wasn't like a 2-minute quick match. That was different than what we've seen from certain other things. You know, so that was real fun.
Anyway, you just mentioned that Jack Evans and Helico and Best Friends match. What do you think they're going to make of the Super Smash Brothers coming in and attacking there at the end?
That was so crazy. I was so happy to see that because I love the Super Smash Brothers.
Okay.
I honestly don't know a lot about them, so yeah.
Tommy should know.
Yeah.
I do. They're really
He doesn't, I'll be
big.
surprised.
They're really big in Chikara and Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, which is how I know them. And so I was watching it, and when the lights went off, I was like, because I recognized it's they're the Super Smash Brothers are Evil Uno and Stupefied. They used to be called Player Uno and Player Dos. Stupefied was Player Dos, of course. But now it's Evil Uno and Stupefied. And when I saw them, I was like, are the Super Smash Brothers an All Elite? And because like Stupefied actually he like owns a flooring business, I think.
Well,
So he retired from wrestling for a while, and Evil Uno was on his own, and then recently came back, and Superfight came back, and I was like, I couldn't believe it was them too. So, and then they had like a whole Age of the Fall level of players with them. So I was like, that's cool. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I liked it. I was super stoked. I'm very excited.
What else did y'all enjoy? Anyone
I
else
also
enjoy?
enjoyed
Yep.
Awesome Kong.
Yes,
That
that
was
was so
awesome.
Big
cool.
surprise.
That was so great.
Because Brandy, we made it seem like she was going to end her service.
She did.
after the
Right.
match.
Yeah, which
Heel Brandy
yeah.
Rhodes plays it up well with the microphone, and the appearance of Kong just The
Wow.
crowd reaction was insane.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been as bad if she had been in the match, but I think that how she played it, like she was going to get in, but then
Yeah.
announced Kong was like the greatest switch that they could have pulled at that moment.
Yeah.
Because I just, first of all, I just think Kong is great for business. I hate using that phrase at this point in wrestling, but she is. She's tough. She's awesome. And if you want to have a awesome women's division, she's who you should put on there.
Yes.
She, from what she had gone through recently, as most recently, of course, her WWE run, personal issues that she dealt with, for her to come back, looked in great shape too.
Yeah.
And it feels like she had never left as far as her in-ring action. She looked really, really good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
able to keep up.
She's
with
she's a great monster heel or monster just character in general.
I also enjoyed all the entrances by Jericho. Like,
Dude.
Yeah, those were really
That was
cool.
a nice little thing through
That
the
was-
legs
that was
there.
awesome.
Yeah.
It,
So-
it was funny because I feel like after the first one, the Lionheart, then it went off. Like, I'm not sure the crowd quite understood what was going on. But then the second one popped up.
The jacket is when everybody was like,
Yeah.
ah!
That was,
And
and
then he didn't come out when they were like, oh, what?
yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard Cody Rhodes had that idea and helped
To
him
do
with
that?
it. Yeah.
I believe
That's
I believe
cool.
it. That's cool.
His entrance was good too with the whole
Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
the throne.
The throne.
You know?
I do love a
Shots
good.
fired
Yeah, I
back.
do love a good shots fired. I really do.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Hey, they're in it for the business. So
Yep.
I enjoyed all that. As far as things we didn't like, obviously, first show, camera cuts need a little bit
Yeah,
of
the
working
camera
on.
cuts were the to me were the biggest problem of the whole show.
Very TNA-esque. As we
Yeah.
we've always complained times, previous TNA, Impact's gotten a little better with it, but TNA, obviously, like the big spots, all of a sudden the camera's cutting elsewhere.
Yeah.
You're not catching what's supposed to go on.
Yeah.
So, anything else y'all didn't like or something?
I don't know if I want to nitpick because I like the match, but it makes me wonder for something like the Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros. Like, I know this is kind of typical for the kind of matches in certain places, but they kicked out of everything.
Yeah.
Like both
Yes.
teams, they hit. And I know
I'm-
that's somewhat typical for them on the Indies. I just wonder if in AEW you need to tone that down a bit. But it was a big show. And
I
not
think
like
it's just
it
for
was
the big show.
horrible.
Maybe for the big show. Obviously, we'll see how they do with the weekly shows. I'm sure they'll get some consultant with JR. He's
Yeah.
doing commentary. He's going to consult Rohi, which it was great to hear him on commentary again.
Him and Excalibur were great together.
they were great together. Oh, who's the other guy? that was-
Alex
Excalibur is really
something.
good.
Yeah, I love Excalibur. Alex something was the other guy. I can't remember his name.
He sometimes like JR would be explaining something and then he would just repeat it like 5 minutes later. I completely forgot JR said that. I was like, come on, you got to work there a little bit.
How do you think I make half of my?
But Excalibur and JR fed off each other well. It
Yeah.
was really,
Yeah.
really good.
That was really
but
cool.
JR's there as a consultant row, so I'm sure when it comes to those types of things, he'll work with them on.
Alex
He's
Marvez
always
is his name.
Alex Marvez.
Yeah.
JR's a big component. He said on his podcast about you got to sell, the art of selling. You can't be kicking out 10,000 finishers. It kind of lessens the meaning of that.
Yeah.
The fact that Jericho protected his new finisher, he talked about in the pre-show videos, the Judas elbow. He saved it for the most important part of the match, and Omega sold it perfectly.
And Omega
Yeah.
never hit a
One Winged
One
Angel,
Winged Angels
on
which
the
goes
back.
back to
Yeah.
what I've always been saying. How much that finish was protected. Like,
Yes,
like
and it should be.
he either hits it or he doesn't. Like, there's no
Yeah.
kicking out of that once he hits it.
Which is good. I hope he keeps that up too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let's see. So, let us know what you liked and didn't like about the show. Match of the night from our Twitter poll. We
One more thing I did like was the 6 Joshi tag match. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of showcasing a lot of talent there.
Yeah.
And really got them on the match. They did a good job bringing the crowd down and getting them back up.
Yeah.
So it was really nice with that. So match of the night, Cody versus Dustin.
It should have been.
It was just from the moment that match itself had a standing ovation. There was a Dusty chant.
The storytelling.
The storytelling was even the build up. Like the night before, they had a press conference and Dustin comes out wearing a Dusty's favorite T-shirt, which was awesome.
That was great.
Shots fired.
Entrances were good. Yeah, the whole brothers thing. The fans were just all into it.
The fans were hyped.
They were very hyped. I mentioned Dustin Blade. Oh my god! It was,
Yeah.
swear to God.
I did also like that when Earl Hebner threw Brandy out and Diamond Dallas Page came in. Camera.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, why? But
DDP
why?
just shows up and is like, okay.
I was like, why? But then again, why not?
Exactly, why not?
Of course, post match, some people had a feeling that Dustin was going to retire, and Cody didn't let him. Says, "I want one more, me and you against the Young Bucks."
Yeah.
At I think he said it was at Fight Fest.
No, well, is that the Jacksonville show?
No, it's sorry, Fight for the Fallen.
Fight for the Fallen.
Fight for the
Yeah,
Fallen.
yeah.
Yeah, Fighter Fest is in Orlando, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I'm looking forward to that. It'd be pretty cool, especially with wins and losses meaning something. We still haven't really got an idea how that's going to play out.
Not yet.
Really, they've got like 3 more AEW shows scheduled before they even possibly get into the weekly shows on TNT. So see how that plays out. Moment of the night, I think it goes without saying, was Moxley.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
AKA Dean Ambrose.
easily the pop of the night as well.
Yeah, that was the pop of the night.
But prior to that, it was Kong.
Yes.
Crowd
Yeah.
was nuts for Kong. It was like, man, it was so exciting. And then after the main event, Jericho's there, cuts his little promo, and then the crowd is like stirring. I was like, what is going on? Who's coming? And you see Moxley. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, JC was yelling, Moxley! Moxley!
Moxley!
At the TV.
Moxley!
I was just like, calm down.
He was like, shut up, wake up the kid.
But the whole interaction with Jericho, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You don't work
Yeah,
here."
that was great. Someone put a
Get out of
caption.
here. You don't work here.
Yeah.
Someone put a caption. It said Jericho yelled at him, "You still owe me for my jacket."
Yeah.
Yes.
I loved that. I was like, "That's."
And there, I feel like it was even a swerve with that though.
What was that?
Because you kind of thought he was there for Jericho.
Yeah.
He hit his finisher, and then he basically was going after
Everybody.
Kenny.
Yeah, hit his finish. He hit dirty deeds.
The ref?
If he still got
Oh,
dirty,
yeah,
hits
the
the
ref,
ref, poor
right.
ref, and he was like, okay, he's just gonna hit Omega. Omega fights out into the
Right.
crowd,
Yeah.
gives him a dirty deeds, and then he throws him off the top of the freaking stack of chips.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, good job, Mike. Come on.
And that's how the show goes off the air with Moxley there posing and everything.
Yeah.
And then of course some post match flips the bird to the crowd and is like, look what I can do now.
I can do this now.
Yes.
This is legal.
I'll do the Christopher the Daniels version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mox is like, "I don't need no hand tape. I can just do it from one finger all day long."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Easily pop of the night.
Yeah.
Now most heat.
MJF.
MJF easily, even in the buy-in, which we'll talk about the buy-in, the Battle Royal. I like the concept. I like the setup, 5 and 5. Sean Spears still getting the 10 thing, which was
That was
great.
awesome.
Yes. But as soon as Paige came in with the Joker card, I was like, all right, Paige is going to win. That's a match we had to knock off our record. So we still got Moxley, just not the way we thought we would. So
Also, real impressed with Luchasaurus in that match.
dude,
Yeah,
he's
that
bigger
was-
than
that
I
was
thought.
pretty cool.
That dude's super talented.
Dude,
Like, I haven't
man.
seen much
Yeah.
of him.
I
no.
hope he
But,
sticks around. He's
yeah.
going to be a huge talent.
Definitely.
So, who else from those?
Oh,
Dustin Thomas. Dustin Thomas in Battle Royal. Double amputee.
Oh, that was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
really cool, and that's interesting. And I feel bad saying this. It makes me wonder if he could really be a regular.
No, he probably.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
You think
regular
he's like a
roster,
gimmick
but-
guy? You think he might be a
I mean, I hate
roster?
to say that, but I feel like I don't know. I just feel like that could, it limits
Yeah.
what you can kind of do and the kind of matches you can have. But I mean, he obviously he was super talented. The way he was getting up to hit those springboard things was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But hopefully maybe they'll just bring him every couple shows. Have a match, have a little maybe in a 6-man or something.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But-
Jungle Boy was impressive. He stood
Yeah.
out to me in that match.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt, but since you talked about him, okay, Orange Cassidy.
Yes.
Right?
Orange Cassidy is great. I've seen him live a couple times. Orange Cassidy is great.
But the thing was, when he was doing the kicks to Tommy Dreamer, Jungle Boy is in the corner and overselling every little tap.
I think I missed
I don't know
that.
if you saw this, but he's like, do, and Jungle Boy's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then when he does that, he's like, oh, like it was hilarious.
You gotta love he
watching
keeps
him.
his hand in his pockets the whole time, which was great. He's sitting there just tapping his leg. It was so funny. And then worst bump though of the night was Joey Janela getting thrown out of the ring
into the
I
table?
swore through his
Yes.
table. I
Yes.
thought he was dead.
The way
Joey
he-
Janela, I think, has a death wish. I'm like 90%.
There's a few people like that out there.
Also, as much as I'd like to admit, the Sammy Guevara and Kip Sabian match was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never seen Kip Sabian, right? Is
Kip
his name?
Sabian.
Kip Sabian,
Sabian.
Yep.
who, by the way, Mike messaged us in the group message. Said,
He's
had I
really
known
good.
his stuff is named after Harry Potter,
I know.
I would have picked him.
Deathly Hollows. What was the other
The
one?
Deathly Hollows was the finish. The
Finisher.
Cruciatus clutch.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
like, dang it. And I said that too. Well, I'm glad I picked him because he has
Yeah.
some cool names. And then he's like, that's all like
Oh,
Harry Potter
man.
stuff. And then we're like, oh, he's from London, right? Or England?
Yeah, he's from
somewhere there.
yeah.
Okay.
From the UK.
Yeah.
As for our pick results, speaking of picks, Tommy, Mike, and I all went 3-6. And Tina becoming the new AEW expert at 7-2.
How, fam?
Ouch.
The only match we all got wrong was the Battle Royal. So,
That's right.
hey.
That's
But
fair.
I mean, even that should be thrown out because
And Nachos.
we knew they were going to
Yeah.
throw Hangman.
yeah, I've
in
been
there.
messing with him.
Yep. That's all right. He's good.
Yeah, I didn't. Who knew, right?
Who knew?
Oh, wait, I did.
Ah, there she goes.
But did
I
you?
think the greatest moment of the night, and I'm going to repeat this because I said this earlier,
Uh-huh.
was when Jericho won.
Oh, boy.
JC was shocked that he won. I mean, I get it. Everyone's thinking, you know,
Don't
Omega.
get mad at me, Jericho. I mean, I figured,
No. I mean,
Happy
I
you're
get
there.
it.
Jericho
I get
just
it.
wants to thank
I get
you.
it why he
I-
was thinking Omega was going to win. I get it.
yeah.
We all were.
But I was telling
Except
him,
you.
I was telling this before, is that you want to start a new promotion with somebody who has been a main guy in WWE, and he's the guy. He invented a freaking pay-per-view.
Match, yeah. The
Yeah,
turn into
match
pay-per-view when you think
pay-per-view,
about it. Yeah, I get what you
Exactly.
mean. Mhm.
And so when JC was like, "Oh my God, Jericho won," I was in the corner going, "I told you, I knew it."
Yeah.
She's
Right.
a very
humble,
humble
right?
one.
To be honest with you, so
I'm a very humble person. No, I'm just
Exactly.
kidding.
yeah.
Everyone says that.
I was like, duh. Come
Everyone
on.
says I'm very humble.
Now we'll get on to our WrestleCast ratings here. This was an awesome show.
According
It's
to
good to
JC, you're the
see.
male version of me. So.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so-
0 to 5. 5 being WrestleMania 17. 0 being December to Dismember.
You guys go first.
Okay, Tommy.
Trying to get Nacho out of the way before he drives.
Sabato.
Something again.
All right.
Nacho.
Got it.
Oh, he hit the record button. We're not recording anymore.
No, great.
Dang it. I'm sitting down. This is-
Así vete, Nacho.
So,
He understands me.
Mike, what is your rating for Double or Nothing here?
4.8.
4.8. Yeah.
Like, it was a great show. I don't want to jump the gun and give it a 5 yet because, you know, it was, I think they still have time to top that, believe it or not.
Mhm.
But it was entertaining. Like, it's not like stuff. I mean, the best I could say it was, you know, very NXT-esque.
No.
Hang
Nacho.
on, hang on.
Again with you.
All right. Go ahead, Mike. Keep talking.
He's going to unplug it this time. He's going to unplug it.
I mean, you know, for us, I mean, I don't watch all the New Japan ones, but for me, it was NXT-esque, but there was more of them.
Good job, Tom.
You know,
Yeah.
so it wasn't just the usual 5-match formula. There was a lot of it, and you know, it makes me think that, you know, there's good things ahead of them if they can just keep this up. And so I don't want to give them the perfect score yet because I think they can pull it off bigger
Even
in
better.
a couple years, or
Yep.
soon.
Even it all out.
Yeah.
All right, Tommy.
I'm going 4.9 because
Woo!
This isn't Price is Right, man.
shut up. No I'm kidding.
Should have been 4.81.
$1, Bob.
For all the reasons, like to me the only real problem was the production, and I'm just guessing because, you know, everyone's kind of new
Yeah.
at this.
Sure.
Yeah.
The wrestling wise, I thought, as it should have been in any wrestling show, was the strongest point. I know that sounds weird to say, but again, we watched WWE on a regular. Anyway, moving on.
Also because Brock Lesnar wasn't there.
There's
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. But no, it's great to see a show like this because, for one, it's a lot of new faces maybe people wouldn't usually know about unless the names Chris Jericho were attached to the show, or if they didn't know that Goldust, Dustin Rhodes, whatever, was on the show. So yeah, I just think it's cool to see it like that. Like I said, the only big problem to me was just like camera work and things like that, which things are things that can be fixed. The fact that they gave the talent a showcase to shine, I think, was the best part of the show. And, you know, it's a great way to start. Let's see what they do in the future.
Agree with y'all. 4.75. There were some production issues, a few things here and there. The pre-show, I felt like I started a little late, but that was about it. You know, there were a couple of the tag matches, I have to be honest with you. It was kind of slow at parts, and the crowd kind of came down because they were a little unfamiliar with some of the talent, but they got back into it. Some great surprises. You can't knock that.
No, you can't. Yeah, for
I
sure.
love the stage setup. I love the 2 entrance ramps. I think that's a really
I've always liked that.
a really good trademark, and it's not from opposite sides of the arena. It's you know, one heel, one face. You can kind of do a lot with that. So I really do enjoy that. Really though, just this right now for me, this has been the show of the year. This would be hard for anything to top that unless they top themselves. So definitely 4.75 for me. And Tina?
Same as you.
4.75.
Mainly JC took that from me.
What? Okay.
No, because last night we were talking about that. What's your rating? I said, I think I'm going to go with a 4.75. And
Well, I mean,
look
you
what he
had
did.
time to change your mind.
Look what
so,
he did.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Well, same reason. The production could have been is going to get fixed, and I know, like, I'm kind of like Mike. I don't want to jump the gun and say 5, because there was little things that they needed to fix here and there. Even though they had a good amount of they had a lot of matches.
Mm-hmm.
It was still really good. Like you wanted to see the next match and you wanted to see the next one, and I think it's only going to get better, and that's probably why I wouldn't give it a 5.
All right.
I was a little too predictable. No, I'm just kidding.
That brings our overall rating to 4.80.
Calm down.
Congrats. Good job,
kidding.
AEW. There's
Indeed.
only just go
Great
up
show.
from here. So great show. So the fallout
Probably
from
the
it.
highest show we've ever rated.
It was
I think.
this or NXT TakeOver.
I don't think so. I think that was
New
still
York.
There was a pretty high one.
Yeah, that was.
I think we've given a 5 to an NXT one, or one of us has.
One of us
maybe.
says, yeah. I
I
have to
brought
double
the
check.
two. was probably
maybe.
me.
It was
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was probably probably.
As far as with the fallout, so results of this, we know it's going to be Hangman Page against Chris Jericho for the AEW World Championship. Strap that Bret Hart, of all people, surprisingly came out and revealed to the crowd, which is pretty cool.
That was.
Pretty awesome. Great little promo by there with MJF. We're talking about most heat of the night. That was definitely it right there. I loved how he was doing that. I liked his best part. He's like, I'm the best there is, best there was.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. That catchphrase is stupid.
And I remember thinking, you son of a snitch.
And then I haven't read anything since, so I assume he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a report that off screen after Bret Hart started heading back, he got confused about what tunnel he was supposed to go down or something, and then like tripped or kind of fell off the stage.
Oh boy.
Like I saw someone report it on Twitter, but I never really heard anything else about him being hurt. So I assume he's okay because nothing's
Yeah,
come out
hope
that he
he's
was
okay.
injured.
And then maybe he just
But, yeah.
tripped. He didn't really
Yeah.
fall.
Well, it reminds me of, not to get too off topic, but the Invasion pay-per-view. Remember the way they kind of had that same V
Yeah.
Yeah.
dual entrance, and like several times a few people almost fell off, like Lita and Trish,
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy, just because of the setup. So hopefully he's okay.
Wasn't lit up. Yeah, he's fine. Some other announcements we got out of it. We called it All In 2 for a while. It's officially All Out. August 31st in Chicago. I believe it's at the Sears Center as well.
Call him what JC's called. CM Punk.
Tickets, yeah.
I've heard-
on
actually-
it, the logo freaking
CM
has the
Punk.
Chicago Stars on it, which
Actually,
is a CM Punk trademark.
I had like 2 conversations with people today because of my Bullet Club shirt about that. So if he's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
show up if he's going to show up in All Elite pretty soon, and I said maybe.
I told Tina earlier today I would love to see Tamatonga Tongaloa in AEW at some point.
I did
Yes.
I did also jokingly tell JC that I follow AJ Lee on Instagram, and she never posts pictures. And when last time she posted a picture of herself, she had like lightened her hair like light brown, and she recently put a picture and she has black hair again.
No.
Dum,
So I was like,
dum, dum.
weird.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Tickets for that event
Or she
go on
just- or she
sale.
didn't like the light hair. One of the other.
Tickets for that event go on sale June 14th. So if you got nothing to do Labor Day weekend, you feel like making the trip to Chicago, it is a beautiful town. It's awesome.
Labor
it's
Day
the-
weekend
but it's
that
the-
early this
Go
year?
check out a Cubs and White Sox game before you go to.
But it's the worst town that SCU has ever been in.
Oh, that was a match we didn't even talk about. That was really impressive too.
Yeah, that was
a great
That was a
start,
solid. That was a solid
OWA
opener.
guys
Yeah,
were-
that
There's
was,
so much good stuff you can't discuss it all.
yeah.
It's just
That was a really
tough.
solid
But
opener.
those are some those guys, the OW or whatever.
yeah,
really
the Strong
talented.
Hearts. Yeah,
Yeah, their
Yeah.
strong hearts were really good. They
Yeah.
really were. Yeah, I'm very impressed. John Moxley, of course, made the appearance. It's confirmed he's signed to a multi-year deal. Pretty awesome.
That's so great.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of luck Renee Young got when she got into work.
Hey Renee.
Yeah.
Awkward.
No.
Someone with coffee. Hey Renee. How's your husband?
I mean, in all fairness, there was plenty of talent
yes.
tweeting. Some obvious, some not so obvious.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, there's
know.
no way like half of them didn't know where he was going
Yeah.
and that he was going to be there that
My
night.
favorite tweet was Biggie.
Yes.
Good luck to everybody at Redacted on your show tonight. Redacted.
And then they said when Bret Hart came out, I forgot if it was Dash or Wilder, one of them tweeted a picture of him when Bret Hart was wearing their shirt.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, right at the same time he was out there.
That's amazing.
And then
That's
apparently
awesome.
Sasha was tweeting
Oh,
stuff
she was
too,
tweeting
right?
all.
night?
She was tweeting all night.
She's like, I love wrestling.
She
I
could
love pro
care.
wrestling. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Bailey
awesome.
No,
too.
she even put "I love Awesome Kong."
Yeah.
She,
I don't think she cared anymore.
She doesn't care. What
Yeah.
are they gonna do?
Now with Moxley being
Keep
in
her home
there,
more.
What is Bassa Shanks doing in the? No.
Basha.
some early rumors are that Moxley will take on Kenny Omega at Fyter Fest, which is at the end of June. I don't know if that's going to happen there or at Fight for the Fallen. Nothing's officially confirmed yet, but
Those are just live shows. Like they're not streaming or showing them or anything. Is that right?
Fight for the Fallen, I think, is going to be another
Pay-per-view, I
event.
think.
Okay.
Fire Fest, I think, is just a.
It's a collaboration with CEO Gaming, which is a big FGC esports
Right.
event.
Okay.
Actually, Jabali, who runs CEO, is actually he's like advertised for a hardcore match with Michael Nakazawa. That's seriously the poster of
What?
that. Whether they're doing that in a video game or for real, I have no idea, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yikes!
Michael
Yes.
Nakazawa.
But I think Omega versus Moxley is going to take place at Fyter Fest because, or it might be All Out for all we know, because Omega is scheduled to wrestle SEMA at Fight for the Fallen
Oh, nice.
Oh.
from OWE. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
They haven't really set a time for Page versus Jericho yet. That probably will happen at All Out, I would assume.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
They probably
right
build
there.
it up a bit, yeah.
I feel like All Out is going to be their biggest show of the year.
Right.
That's kind of the one that spawned it all. They used all-in footage as part of this build-up for AEW as well.
Mm.
So looking forward to that. And, of course, we got Cody Dustin versus the Young Bucks at Fight for the Fallen. That's
that's
pretty
gonna
much
be
been
good.
confirmed. So AEW, good luck. The first show's in the books. Yes, you guys all woke up like, did that really just happen last night? Yeah, it
Yeah.
did. It really
It
did.
all did.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
now the first one's out of the way. Sigh of relief. What are you guys going to do next? We're looking forward to it. We
Top
can't
that.
wait to watch. Yes, top that. Always
Top
get
that.
better.
Top. No one. Okay.
No? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Teen,
Top that?
Teen Witch. No
Let us know your thoughts on
Okay.
Double or Nothing.
Tina-
Excuse me?
Although
Tina stands alone.
I can't
Excuse me?
imagine I can't imagine any negative comments about Double or Nothing unless
No, there will be.
unless your name is
some.
Jim Cornette. So
Unless you're just a guy who doesn't want any other competition to be at all.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Vince McMahon.
I think someone, I forget who said it, is like WWE is essentially in their own way untouchable. Then they really are. You can't, you're not going to bring them down, especially not with one show at the beginning of it. You're not. But it's just good to have another company. So yeah, watch WWE if you want, watch All Elite if you want. Don't like the other for whatever reason. Don't watch any of them. You can watch, but don't crap on everybody just because.
It's good to have an alternative.
It is.
Have you met the internet?
I know,
Yeah,
but
I know.
I feel the need to say that every now and again
Yeah.
because
People are also saying that because of it, Impact's gonna die, ROH is gonna die. I'm like, no, it's they're
I
not
disagree.
trying to
people
be.
are mad at ROH because Shane Taylor's TV champion, and that's legitimately what I believe because people have been bitching about that for 2 weeks now. God,
That means he's good.
yeah.
He's drawing heat.
Tell us how you really feel.
And people said this too. I jumped in on a live stream that Brandon Oliver had after Double or Nothing.
yeah, I
People
saw
asked
that.
that question too, and I said, and someone said, Impact or Ring of Honor feel bad, they're gonna die. And I commented back, I replied, and saying, no, Impact is gotten a lot better. The
Yeah.
storylines are great. Granted, thank you Uverse for telling me Pursuit Channel's not on Uverse anymore. You didn't even give me without a warning. I had to find out Friday, but that's
That's
okay. Thank you Impact
It's
for
on
putting it
Twitch?
on Twitch.
Yeah, we were
I actually
trying.
really
Yeah.
enjoyed it on Twitch.
Yeah, we were trying to watch it, and then JC's like, "What the heck?" And he was all mad.
Yeah.
And he was all trying to.
A
look it
little
up
warning
online.
would have been
And
nice,
also,
Uverse.
and if Impact survived the Dixie Carter years, it can survive
Anything.
anything.
The
Storylines
Hulk-
are
the Hulk
great.
Hogan years?
Yeah, Taya Valkyrie versus
Dixie was worse.
Madison Rain was awesome.
That was really good. I saw that.
LAX just wrestled the North. That was really good too. So they're doing some major things. Apparently, Johnny Impact is trying to take over the X Division and trying to become a dual champion. Even though I don't ever see him beating Brian Cage at this point. Michael Logan, that's gonna be a hell of a match.
That's
when
gonna
that
be
gets
fun.
set up. So looking forward to
Yeah.
that.
And Ring of Honor, I hear that. It seems like every other year I hear someone say, "Oh, Ring of Honor is dead now," and it's like they have thrived off making stars out of people you didn't care about prior to Ring of Honor being a thing. Who in the hell knew who Bryan Danielson was before ROH? No, I mean not to be offensive towards the guy, but I didn't know who he was until
Shawn Michaels and Rudy Boy.
Well, yeah, well,
Okay, well,
yeah, oh yeah,
I'm just saying they knew who he was.
yeah,
yeah, well those two, you know,
Put him
but-
under a mask though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, guys like them, guys like Amazing Red, who you hadn't really heard of, the Briscoes, like for real, no one knew who they
Yeah,
were.
exactly.
Tyler Black.
Tyler Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they became stars because of ROH, and then everyone else poaches them. But anyway, but no, this is not the first time Ring of Honor has had to rebuild their talent roster, and this is not the first time they've had another company be competition for them. It's called another, because technically ROH was around first before even TNA. TNA came out that same year, but it was like months later. And
17 years.
Yeah, and so they've both been around exact almost the same time, but they've seen all these highs and lows. And besides, Ring of Honor still has their deal with New Japan. As long as that's in place, they ain't going nowhere. So,
Very true.
Yep.
Now, on to our preview of the upcoming show this weekend on a Saturday. NXT TakeOver 25. I don't know if I got any video playing back there.
I hope you don't. That's why I'm just doing this.
Yes.
Look at this
two
completely
weekends in a
non-moving
row, we
thing.
get a Saturday wrestling pay-per-view. How nice is that?
Yay!
It was cool. So
More wrestling shows on Saturday.
that would be great. That really would be.
I'm talking to Texas local indies too.
Speaking of which, Friday. I don't care.
Yeah, this Friday,
AEW and RCW are both on Friday.
RCW, they got Colt
Colt.
Cabana gets followed by
Colt Cabana.
and
Sorry, I gotta say that.
Barbie Hayden is wrestling Kiera Hogan as well. So,
I have a hard choice to make this Friday.
so
The right one.
yes, make the right choice. The right choice.
Make good choices.
NXT TakeOver 25. This show kind of was just in limbo as things got moved around, but thankfully it's got its own weekend, its own standalone. It's in Connecticut, WWE's backyard, their headquarters backyard. They all better be paying attention to this, is all I'm going to say. So this is important.
Then you better be watching.
You better be watching. So we're going to start this off talking first about Matt Riddle against Roderick Strong. Bro. Mike, who you got?
I think we said this last time, and then he lost. But I'm gonna go with Matt Riddle because I mean, I would love down the road eventually to honestly see him and Lesnar.
The shirt you got on.
Oh, Andrade.
Oh, nice.
Andrade, yeah. Good shirt.
Because he talks about wanting to retire him. So
I would love that.
I hope that happens.
I really
to be honest
do.
with you. Yeah. So
I mean, mainly the Brock Lesnar retiring, but yeah.
sooner rather than later.
That,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Cash in, don't win.
Win
and
or don't
retire.
win, whatever. I don't care.
Yep.
Cash in, don't win, and then Matt Riddle
All
retires.
right. Tina, who you got? Okay.
I'm not going to go
Matt Riddle,
against-
obviously.
Yeah.
What? The guy can do a sentence without saying the word bro, then maybe I'd pick him.
Bro, like I totally
Oh,
can,
dude.
Dude.
No.
Tommy, who you picking?
He drives me insane. I don't like him that much. Sorry.
I don't know. This whole thing that's going on with Strong and Cole got me wondering if there will be shenanigans that'll cost Strong the match. So,
Maybe.
I'm gonna go with Riddle.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go with Riddle on this one.
I'm also going with Riddle. Things Tommy said, and like Mike said too, I'm really hoping they start building this up if he's the one that retires.
Yeah, because like even when he lost last time,
Okay,
it wasn't
guys.
like
if
it
he's
wasn't.
Lone Wolfing, that's fine.
Yeah, even when he lost to Velveteen Dream, it's not like he like lost like badly. He just like he kind of got rolled up, and like Velveteen Dream barely survived him. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going Riddle.
All right. Speaking of Velveteen Dream, next match on the card, NXT North American
Velveteen
Championship.
Dream.
This is gonna be a good match,
Being
I think.
challenged by
Yeah,
Tyler Breeze.
I can't wait for this one.
Prince Pretty.
I've never been so
Appeared out of
excited.
nowhere. He's gorgeous.
He is, isn't he?
Tyler Breeze, of course.
JC, should I send you the picture I have with him and you can put it up there?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Yeah. They took this picture at WrestleMania 32.
Now, granted,
Is that the one you got a line?
yeah, because y'all were in line for Becky for 2 hours.
Becky Lynch, yes.
And his line was
It
like
wasn't
super
like 2
short.
It wasn't like
But you got a selfie with Tyler Breeze.
Yeah,
so,
so, I mean-
you know,
And we got
that's
pictures
great.
with Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I missed out on a picture with Mandy Rose because of the Becky Lynch line.
Yeah.
Oh.
think
Calm
we're-
down, Corey.
I think we're better off.
Hey.
I think your marriage is better off. So
The
is.
man,
Marriage is great.
the picture with the man, the future
Picture
man,
with the man, yes.
Yeah.
was better.
Yes. That was a lot of fun.
the manliest of the three people in that photo.
All right.
There's only what?
Tell me who you got.
It wasn't the three of us though. It was
I
two
know.
and two.
This is actually a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be, because I don't know. For me, I just kind of see Tyler Breeze winning this. I honestly do. I may be alone in this, but I don't know. Just something about how they've booked this. Two of the pretty boys going up against each other, and I think just Tyler Breeze just freaking do a win. I mean, did you hear the reaction he got when he showed up in NXT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That poor guy, is another guy who can get this huge reaction, but no.
Say what you want about NXT. They appreciate all the people that come up.
Well,
to
they
NXT.
didn't chant. Well, they didn't chant "Welcome back." It was "Welcome home."
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was real awesome. So I just see Tyler Breeze pulling this one out. Maybe he won't have it long, but I just think he's gonna win it this time.
All right, Tina, who you got?
You're not the only one, Tommy.
Oh. Yes.
Me and JC were actually talking about this, and we're like, "What if Prince Pretty wins?" And that'd be awesome. And like, they did say they're going to start moving people around, and it's possible he could win that, and then finally the Velveteen Dream gets moved up.
I still think we underappreciate Tyler Breeze's entrance.
Yes.
Honestly, I think even I have not appreciated enough how awesome that is.
He needs the selfie stick back, though. Come on, man. I hope
Fair enough.
I also saw someone made the joke. How come he's still sporting an iPhone 4 or something like that on his Titantron?
So no one can.
It's the only one compatible with
So
the
no one
Titantron.
can-
Bro,
and no one-
I was
and
like,
no
fans are observant. Gee.
Yes.
And no one can hack it
Yeah.
because it's old.
Because Apple didn't send him a new phone.
Exactly.
All right, Mike, who you got?
I would love for that to happen. I'm just not sure. Like I feel like as much as I do think Tyler deserves a nice run, and he doesn't get nearly enough credit for being as talented as he is. I just think they're going to keep it on Dream. I think he's going to get a good match out of him. He's kind of gotten into that role, like when they brought in Jushin Thunder Liger and they just tore down the house. But
that's one reason why
I think it's going to be Dream.
All right. I'm sticking with the gorgeous one, man.
Wow.
Yes.
You're lone wolfing this one.
Apparently so.
Mike is lone wolfing this one. I really think Tyler's coming down to NXT for a good while, and it's no knock on him on the main roster. He probably asked for this to get more time, more exposure, and build himself back up. The injury to his tag team partner really hurt him more than anything else.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And honestly, I'd be 100% happy if I was wrong. Like
I hope
I wouldn't even be mad at
that
that.
video. So I'll put it back up there. Damn it.
I can.
And to be fair, JC has a little man crush on him.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah, we got to remember about that when we went to the
Okay.
NXT show.
I'll tell the
Story of
story.
the NXT show.
Yes,
So,
I love this.
First time NXT came to San Antonio, it was in the Aztec Theater, which is a horrible venue for wrestling.
It still
Please
is.
stop going there. Go to Freeman for crying out
It
loud.
must be super cheap or something.
It has to be. So we were down kind of below the stage, and Tyler Breeze was in the main event against Finn Balor. Right, Finn Balor? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're standing around all these kids, and they're all like booing.
They're all Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, they're all cheering Finn, blah blah. Like Tyler Breeze at one point had him like in the corner near right in front of us, was beating down on Finn, and everyone's like, "Boo, you suck!" Blah. And right when it got quiet, I yelled out, "You're effing gorgeous!" All these kids just looking.
It was super quiet,
It was
too.
super
was.
quiet, and then Tyler just kind of looked at me like he wanted to laugh, and then just turned away before he could. So
Even Finn looked at you and was like,
yes, and all these kids were looking up at me.
Finn was probably like, "What about my 8 abs?"
well, then I was the one that was going there.
yeah. And those eyes. Tina was into his eyes.
They probably got backstage and said, "Who the hell was that?"
Who did you pay?
that wasn't Tommy. We know San Antonio has Tommy.
Yeah, that's super loud. It echoes in that theater.
Yeah.
It does
Kids
echo.
around me just like shut up the rest of the match. It was just
Like, there was no comeback for that.
they couldn't believe that I said that. So that was funny.
I did record a little bit, by the way. I'll send it to you.
Tyler, I think is very underrated talent.
Yeah.
He absolutely is.
He's got a great gimmick, the way he's developed it, and it translated pretty well on the main roster. Somewhat, it worked great with the Fashion
The
Police.
Fashion
Too much
Police was
Fashion
the best thing.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
People still talk about the match they had with the Usos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And he just does that thing where he kept rolling away from the
Yeah.
splashes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Great.
because they're great.
Yeah, so I will always have that memory of JC.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope somewhere out there, Tyler, you still
I
do
was
too.
there staring at Finn Balor's abs.
And I was just staring at how gorgeous
And then
Tyler
all of a
Breeze is.
sudden I just hear, "You're effing gorgeous." And I
so
couldn't
great.
stop laughing.
You guys are probably like one of the best couples ever, by the way.
It was fun.
It was hilarious.
Look,
Best
I'm
one of the
actually-
best moments.
Of the matches on this card, I'm looking forward to this one the most because I think this one's going to tear the house down. Too.
Yeah,
So-
I
Yes,
should have that feeling
definitely.
too.
Now I say that, and there is a ladder match on
Yeah,
the
I
card.
was gonna say.
4-team ladder match.
And sadly, Vacant is not allowed to defend his tag team titles that he's won multiple times at this,
This is
point.
not- this is
NXT
just-
tag team champion.
This is just not fair. Vacant just get
Disrespected.
Wait, does
Yeah.
Bacon have a tag team partner?
Vacant too.
Vacant
Vacant
too.
Junior. Vacant.
Oh,
dos.
Bacon Jr.
El hijo de Vacant.
El hijo de Bacon. Oh my god.
or El Hermano de Vega. Anyway, Oney Larkin and Danny
Anyways.
Burch against the Street Profits versus the Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish against the Forgotten Sons, Wesley Blake and Steve Coulter.
I think you spelled Montez wrong.
Oh,
I think it's
hit the
Montez
wrong
Ford.
button on the keyboard. Montez Ford. My bad.
Yeah. That's
Montez.
actually Bianca Belair's husband.
Yes, finally get to
I
see
only
him
get
on
to
a
see
pay-per-view.
him on the pay-per-view.
Why don't they have the same last name?
Yeah.
Oh
So
God.
I'm just.
ladder matches can get
She
crazy.
didn't take it, okay?
Who took hers?
Ladder matches are going to get nuts, let's be honest with you. So
Montez
I'll start this one off. These guys have had a lot of hype around them. I'm picking the Street Profits to win the tag team championship.
Actually, I'm with you on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I was gonna say.
Go
Mike?
3.
Mike, you too?
Street Profits.
Street Profits. And I think I know who Tina's picking.
Can I do it right?
Yeah. Google it to make sure you did it right, right?
Okay, fine. I'll just show my shirt. I am ride or die.
Right or die. Well, you
Even
loved him
though-
as Red Dragon too, so I mean.
Yes. I love them as Red Dragon.
and I was gonna pick them, but I don't know. I just feel like the Street Profits are gonna win it this time around.
My favorite of all of them in Undisputed Era is Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes.
Me too.
The guy is just awesome wrestler. He sells amazing. Like
He does. He's a great.
I think
and
that guy's dead like half the time.
Yeah.
And then he shows up and does some crazy thing, and I'm like,
Yep.
whoa.
And he's hilarious, just like
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
is. And I
funny.
love- he gets-
Yeah.
He plays the guitar.
Have you ever
That's my
seen?
man.
There's a PWG show. It was essentially PWG versus the Mount Rushmore Professional Wrestling. It was them versus Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and the Young Bucks. And so, like during the like in the middle of the match, the lights go off, and you hear the crowd losing their minds. Lights come back on, and Kyle O'Reilly's in the ring facing off with Adam Cole, and clotheslines the crap out of him. And then he just joins the match out of nowhere because he had been gone for like months, and he just showed back up in the match and started beating the crap out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I love O'Reilly. He's highly underrated in my opinion.
Yeah, when I saw them in ROH when they were here, I
Yeah.
was like, that guy is really good.
Yeah.
Like, if he's not in a tag team by himself, he dang.
Yeah, he would have had a longer ROH World Title run had it not been for the fact that he was leaving at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a. He
But
gets,
I'm-
he ever,
but I-
he ever
but I-
gets his own shirt, I'm totally buying it.
Yeah.
So.
I forgot to do it. Damn it. Oh well.
Now,
Dun, dun,
we don't. None of us picked these guys to
dun,
win.
dun.
I think they're gonna do a lot to steal from this match. That's the Forgotten Sons.
Sure.
Wesley Blake getting another shot with
Yeah.
another tag team, and I think he can make this one work.
And
so
what's his name? Ani?
Oney Larkin.
Danny Burch.
And Danny Burch.
Yeah.
Yep, they're
Yeah.
gonna be good too. So looking forward to this one. Should be fun.
I'm actually agreeing with y'all though. Like I'm picking Undisputed Era, but I feel like you're right. I think the Street Profits are gonna win.
But you're right on with your heart on this.
Yes,
one,
I'm
so.
going with my
Right.
ride or die.
Wolf
Ride or
picks here
die.
on this one. All right.
Ride or die.
We'll see how this one turns out. The NXT Women's Championship, Shayna Baszler, champion against Io Shirai. Oh boy,
I'm picking Io.
Tina's going with Io.
As am
think it's time.
I. Yeah, me too.
Tommy's going with Io.
I think it's time, and she is
Mike?
amazing.
I think it's time too, but
Don't say but. Just go with us.
all right, I go with y'all.
That's
Mike's going
right.
with Io.
Yeah, Io's right.
Peer pressure.
I am gonna go with the butt and think that Shayna Baszler's gonna win.
Shut your mouth.
Hey, you just wanted a lone wolf.
No, I didn't.
I'm just kidding.
I honestly, I would love Io to
I want
win.
to laugh if you're right.
I'm gonna laugh too.
I would love Io to win it, but right now they're gonna keep rolling this whole Shayna thing, and I think she's finally gonna lose to
See,
someone like
I think like that a
Toronto
little
or
bit,
something like that. Yeah. So,
But it's also the 25th one, and they had to change
They gotta
it.
change stuff.
So you
Yeah.
might, I don't know. It's
There's gonna be a lot of shenanigans.
a lot of these are really
Shenanigans.
difficult to call.
I just like to hear the word shenanigans.
It's a great word.
evil shenanigans.
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 You know, the very first time I was on a show, we used that word,
That's
and
true.
I referenced Super Troopers.
Super Troopers, yeah.
And Tina was super scared because apparently she doesn't know this scene.
She has never seen.
I've never seen Super Troopers.
Oh.
Yes.
I haven't seen it in a long
JC always wants to
time.
show it to me, and I'm like,
I have not seen that movie in a very
Yeah, I
long time.
know.
So
We need a double feature.
The
Why
Why
head
not
of it-
watch
you
it?
do. The head of it's just like, I'm going to pistol whip the next person who says shenanigans.
Yeah.
Hey, Farva, what's the restaurant you like with all the goofy stuff on the wall? Shenanigans?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, here's the gun.
Here's the gun. Here you go.
Yikes!
that's hilarious.
So, yeah, I wasn't threatening you that
I love how they
Just
mess
you
with
know.
Farva.
Yeah.
I feel like Mike is trying to subtly
Turn this
attack
into a
me.
movie. Oh, I thought you were going to say turn this into a movie podcast.
No.
Yeah, I'd do
No,
that.
I think he's subtly attacking me with other comments.
He's not.
He's like slowly.
Well, considering how you
Introducing-
two argue like all the time, wouldn't be
Well,
that
because
shocked.
he always thinks he's right,
Hey,
and
perfect 10.
I'm always right. So It's the math thing.
And I just sit over here.
I
Yeah,
think
you see, I think it is. I think it is a math thing because, like, as an English major, I just assume I could be right, I could be wrong.
See, when you're a math teacher, you're either right.
Two negatives
right.
don't make a positive. Boom.
What?
Now they're about to fight.
Unless you're multiple.
Now they're about to fight.
I was gonna say, that's about to open this whole can of worms.
If you add them, they don't make a positive.
Yeah, but
I was kidding, guys. Calm down.
No, I couldn't wait. I was like, yeah. What does Tina have to say about this? Here's the real All In Double or Nothing show that I was looking for.
I feel like
the
if
hashtag math
mathematicians,
fight.
the statistics would not be in
Hashtag
on
nailed it.
Double or
I
No.
feel like they're trying to entice us to, argue.
I mean, you're the one who brought up any kind of fight at all. So now they're
Excuse
just
me, you're the one that brought up the shenanigans thing.
I love referencing movies.
Yeah,
it's
it's not-
hilarious.
But you're also attacking me. Mike. You're so personally attacked.
Tommy, you want to switch places?
Yeah, you want to switch?
Mike, the last time you were on this side, it kind of threw you off. So
This is true.
Okay.
When was he on that
This
side?
is also true.
Tommy was
It was a show I wasn't
when
here.
Tommy wasn't here.
Yeah.
You know, the
Anyway,
dark show.
on to the main event. Good God.
The what show?
I meant because he wasn't like it was.
I have no
sad.
idea.
I
I'm
said
trying
the
to move
dark
on
show.
here.
The dark show. When I'm here, it's the dark show.
Yeah. Jesus.
Dang, I was not going there. But
NXT
okay.
Championship match is up next.
Yes, it is. Johnny Gargano in his first big title defense against
Maybe I
Adam
should
Cole.
Sorry.
I love you guys. All right.
Same.
Yes,
Oh
Gargano.
wait, I know.
There's the movie reference again.
Nailed
See,
it.
this is all I do.
That's what Tina can appreciate.
I can appreciate that one. Oh, where's nerds?
I'm sorry. I'll run the movies before you by you before I make reference to them.
No, just don't make it seem like you're personally attacking me through the reference.
He's not.
He's gonna shoot me, man. He's
No,
gonna
he's
shoot me.
not. He's not.
First of all, I was gonna pistol
That's a
whip
kill
you, not
shot.
shoot you.
That's
Oh,
a
I'm
kill
sorry.
shot.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying the gun sideways.
I'm
That's a kill
sorry. I'm
shot.
sorry. He's gonna pistol whip me.
Oh God. What was it? Date night? He turned the gun sideways. That's a kill shot.
Kill shot. Kill shot. Oh my God! Stop with the movie reference.
Tina, who are you picking, Gargano versus Adam Cole? I think I know already.
I'm gonna go. No,
Are you going with Gargano?
of course.
No, I figured you
Why
would.
would I not?
I don't
Because
know.
Adam Cole's in the undisputed
Exactly,
era,
but-
and you ride or die with the other three.
No, because I said who was my favorite of Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly. Unless Kyle O'Reilly is wrestling him, I'm gonna pick Johnny Gargano every
right.
single time. I think
That's
he's gonna have a
Tina's
long.
no way.
I think he's gonna have a long run with this title. I think rightfully so. He fought for it so long, and then he finally got it. I think he deserves to keep it for a while.
Okay.
And there's really no room for him right now.
Well, I'm wearing the shirt, so I'm gonna make the obvious pick here. I think it's gonna be Adam Cole, baby.
No.
This is this is a title that's gonna go back and forth. I think between them, it's probably like the second match of a trilogy. To be honest with
Oh,
you.
you're thinking it's gonna be like the Joe and Nakamura when they kept trading the belt back and forth? I think was it
Not
Joe and Nakamura?
necessarily. Well, no,
Like
not
like
like
a
a Charlotte
Charlotte-
Sasha thing.
oh,
No.
Okay.
I mean it more like this is gonna be like a trilogy match.
Wow, 75-time world
What
champ.
Cole?
Oh, the Sasha Charlotte thing?
Yeah. What Cole has on this is that he got the first pin. There 2 out of 3 falls, and it only takes 1 pin.
That's true.
So
That's true. In this case, it's only 1 pin.
might get a little bit of interference from his boys with the Undisputed Era, and I think that's going to help him win this match.
Unless something's going on.
I disagree.
I know. The
baby.
trilogy is going to go down to
Shenanigans.
SummerSlam weekend, and
Oh,
they're
I'm
going
not
to do
saying
some
anything
sort of
about that.
gimmick match for the title. So
I disagree, baby.
I love you
Baby.
too, baby.
Baby.
All right, Mike, who you
Hey,
got?
baby.
Hey, baby.
Oh God.
I'm going to go with Gargano. I
right.
think he's going to keep it for a while. And also, Tommy, ever since you've made that comment, every time I hear that song, I just see someone anime running when the song plays.
Whenever that song plays.
I just see. Sorry.
See, you text me. You text
No,
me.
see what happened? No, how this song starts is like his name explodes onto the screen, and
Yeah.
then
Oh yeah.
like in every anime, he's like really chilling some
Like, I
random.
don't even
and
watch anime, but I just see it in my head.
In my head, he's chilling some random field like of grass, and then when the beat really kicks in, he's like running through a city that's on fire.
Wow.
I watch too many anime.
I every time I hear this song, I think of Paramore.
Yeah.
Well, see,
Sounds like Paramore.
First time I heard it, I thought it was Paramore. to be
But see, that's
honest.
what I'm telling you. It's like a Paramore.
Paramore did anime.
Paramore did an anime. Is what I always hear. When
Did
when
they really?
No, but I think they do when I hear this.
They did Twilight.
I won't hold that against
I
them.
was just gonna say.
You do hold it against him or you don't?
I don't.
Oh.
I think.
That's right. Mike went.
Oh, the orange hair is very anime-esque, I guess you could say.
That's true.
Haley has.
Yeah, the Haley has. Yeah.
Oh god.
Adam Cole has orange hair.
No. Tommy, who are you picking?
Oh no.
Stop laughing and pick somebody.
Okay.
Jesus.
But actually, no, I wasn't even saying that as a
Can't
joke.
pick Jesus. He's not.
He flipped off Jericho, by
Yeah.
the way, at Double or Nothing. How great was that?
Hey, can we double check this is recording? I'm just kidding.
This is
Dang it! Stop doing that.
just make your
Because I'm paranoid.
It's my luck. I'm like, dang it.
I'm going with Johnny Gargano.
This is like the last episode we did with, the actual episode that we didn't record. We had so much good stuff
We
going
did.
on.
We
did.
and
The
we're
lost
like,
episode is only going to be ingrained in here.
The last episode.
the-
Until we
Lost
can
it.
pull memories out of people's heads.
We will always
One day.
reference the lost episode.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Only reason I'm going with this is because I did like you guys
Saw
said.
your mi-
He won it so recently. If this was like a couple months after that, I would say Adam Cole, baby. But and I think the Undisputed Era getting involved will cost him the title. I think that's going to
I
help
think so, too.
adding to the friction.
Okay.
So basically, what I'm saying is, hey, look for Undisputed Era shirts to be on clearance pretty soon on WWEshop.com.
That's fine. Need some more.
Yeah, actually, that's what I wait for. I wait for a lot of the teams to break up. I'm like, cool, clearance.
Exactly.
What are these? Man, and I'm a little frustrated too. It's like
So I
I
guess
figured,
those bar shirts.
yeah.
For real.
I thought these guys would be main roster by now, but then again, they're doing so well in the NXT umbrella.
There's
It's
no need for them to go.
It's
up there.
Yeah.
at this point where like you kind of don't want anyone to go up
Right,
anymore.
exactly.
No, it's true. And somebody said in an interview that like NXT contracts are better because they pay for everything. They pay your hotel, they pay your travel, pay for your food when they
Good
go
point.
anywhere. And you're worried about just showing up at Performance Center, working out, and everything
know,
like that. So
It's like middle school.
yeah, I guess you
You
can
know,
say that.
no. It's like middle school in the sense like they pay
I
for
get your
everything,
point,
they
though.
do everything. You go on field trips and stuff. You're all together, you're friends, and you get to high school and you're like, don't talk to me.
Except the
Yeah.
middle school team could probably beat the.
The high school team.
In this case, yeah.
Yeah, in this case, yeah.
Man.
I mean, because you can't tell me that Seth Rollins doesn't think sometimes. Let's go back to NXT for a little bit just to hang out. I mean, I'll
Yeah.
come back. Just like
What do you mean? He gets to play off Brock Boombox Lesnar.
that is.
Oh my God, that's
That is-
Oh
so
yeah,
stupid.
I saw the shirt. He has a Brock party.
he
shirt.
came
Yes.
out and he put Broombox speakers on the actual briefcase.
I hate him so much. Who is he challenging?
How old is he now?
They,
don't know if-
well, as of recording, Raw's going on right now. We're recording this on a Monday night for once.
For once.
He hasn't officially announced
Memorial
it, but everyone's. He actually at one point humorously said, "Wait, I have a whole year. I don't have to decide now." What I'm afraid of is because they also have a fatal 4-way scheduled tonight on Raw with for
He's
the number
gonna
one contender of the
mess
Universal
it up.
title. He could either mess it up, number one, or number two. They're going to have the match at Super Showdown, and then Lesnar's going to cash in
double
after
check.
that match at Super
Double
Showdown.
check. It's
So,
9:30. Let me double check.
all right. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
So you
I
think he's
hate
going to
Brock
cash in at
Lesnar.
WWE Blood Money?
Sure.
Blood money.
Well, as far as
the
takeover,
pay-per-view
I don't
overseas
want
in Jeddah.
I don't want Super Showdown
God.
to.
I just got it. Sorry.
I don't want Super Showdown to overshadow NXT Takeover.
It won't. Don't worry.
It better not, because Takeover is going to be epic. We're looking forward to
I
it.
severely doubt it.
Let us
could.
know your predictions here in the
Doubtful.
comments. Tweet them at us. Let us know as well. Did Corbin get number one contender?
Yep. Baron Corbin will now face Rollins for the Universal Championship
Christ.
at
There it is.
WWE Super Showdown.
Let's make our
I've
predictions
got my
now.
1 minute
Rollins
warning.
win. Yes. Okay. We'll save it for that. So before we get to 1 minute warning, we'll talk some other news that just came out. This one just early this morning, late
That was
overnight.
another awesome
I can't.
promo.
Oh, this
video.
made me so happy when I
Moxley
heard it.
revealed himself as the mystery man that's been tormenting Juice Robinson, and time's up. Moxley is facing Juice Robinson in Tokyo on June 5th. Now, is this going to be on New Japan World as part of your subscription?
Yes.
Okay. We're all going to Tommy's house that night.
Apparently so.
I woke up and checked, and like it was like the first thing on my Twitter feed, and I was like, and it said on the drama, I was like, no,
Yeah.
no. And then when the symbol turned into Mox, I was like, this is all I've ever wanted out
Tony
of
Khan
life.
did address this, that Mox is going to be allowed to basically take indie bookings and New Japan bookings
Well, see,
up until they
any
start TV in
booking.
fall. Yeah, any booking really.
Well, except for WWE.
Yeah.
Well, see, I know what they said even up to like the TV taping, but even then they probably will work some stuff out.
We'll
New-
see. They have some
Because
leeway.
New Japan came out and said they've signed him to a separate contract. Like in other words, they're still not in a working relationship officially with AEW, so they wanted to make that clear that they signed
separate
John Moxley
temporary-
separate.
Yeah.
It's not them working together. It's two different things. But the dates are, obviously worked out so that they.
As far as indie dates, I don't know if anyone locally is going to get him. Wrestle Circus apparently said on Twitter they reached out regarding that, and he is fully booked.
I'm not surprised. Yeah,
so,
I'm not surprised at all.
Let's face it, he's the hottest. Well, he's not really a free agent, but he's the hottest guy out there on the independents. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard the cat. Yeah, I was like,
okay. Anyway, so
thought I
that's
did.
been set up some news, and now we will get into 1 minute warning. And Mike pretty much said he had his ready to go. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I can't think of mine yet. So yeah, Mike.
Mr. Sir, start us off. You ready?
Yeah.
Set, go.
In all seriousness, though, with regards to AEW and Double or Nothing, it was just fun to see things a little bit different. A lot of people talk about, the PG era is ruling and we need to go back to Attitude Era. You don't really need to go full back to the Attitude Era. The kind of stuff that happened was at Double or Nothing for me was more than enough. Like, it seemed pretty obvious that Dustin bladed and he was pouring blood. And I understand you don't want that all the time. But in that match, the emotion of brother versus brother, it brought it to a whole new level. And, if you can do that every now and then, I don't think it's a bad thing. The flipping off, the kind of stuff they did on the show, it was just refreshing and different from the kind of boring WWE that's been going a while. So I hope WWE doesn't have to make drastic changes, but can start doing better with their talent. And I hope AEW just keeps it up because that show was fun and, it brought back a little fresh air to wrestling to me.
All right. Cool. Good stuff, Mike. Anybody else?
I got one.
All right, Tommy.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
By the way, if you're new to the show, 1 minute warning is basically everyone gets a minute to just kind of say what's on your mind.
Bent.
Yes,
Vent.
anything wrestling related, whatever like that. So,
No arguments.
Or
Okay.
not.
if you're familiar with Around the
Some
Horn, on
people
ESPN.
don't always keep to the minute.
Okay. Sorry.
Stop calling me out. Damn.
It was JC. But
He's the host.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
He's the hostess with the mostest.
Tommy's
I don't know
ready,
about this.
set. Yes, I am. Go.
Okay, so basically,
What?
mine just kind of goes back to what I alluded to earlier about liking more than one company. Because if anyone who knows me, yes, I'm a New Japan nerd. Yes, I'm an ROH nerd, but I watch everything. The reason I know so much about Seth Rollins, I almost called him Tyler Black. I literally almost called him Tyler Black. Is because of Ring of Honor and AJ Styles. Same thing, Samoa Joe. But yeah, it's okay like more than one company. Yes, I'm not thrilled with WWE a lot of the time, but I don't demonize people who want to still watch it because that doesn't make any sense. There's still good people there that you want to see succeed. You want AJ Styles to succeed. I know he's going to retire soon, but you want all these guys to succeed. Kofi Kingston, who wasn't excited when he won finally, except for Billy Graham, and I forget him.
Let's not talk about that.
But let's just say, yeah, it's okay to get mad at WWE and not want to watch it for your own reasons, yeah. But that doesn't mean you can't watch it and enjoy it at some point. You can't watch AEW. Watch what you want to watch, but there's no point in really, crapping on everyone who wants to watch something else or watch what they like.
Right.
Preach.
Thank you.
Tia, do you have anything today or no?
I guess.
It's up to you. You don't have to.
What about Becky going for 6 hours at the Celebrity Festival?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
See what-
Okay,
you
go
talk
ahead.
about that, ready?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
here he said. Hey, spoiler. Go.
Okay, Mike had to give me the idea.
All right.
But basically somebody tweeted something about that Becky Lynch's signings at
Celebrity Fan Fest.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was extended to another hour and a half because I guess her first two hours or 2 and 3 hours was already sold out, so she was able to fit in another hour and a half, and so she tweeted it back and said, it's kind of like a short 6 hour. She went 6 hours. It's kind of like a WWE short show or short.
She
short-
says, or as
short
WWE calls
pay-per-view.
it, a short pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that somebody tweeted, Maria Kanellis. She tweeted, I think it was today. She goes, my contract's up in 3 weeks. Just saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe we'll see her and her husband at All Elite
Elite
Wrestling. Or maybe she'll resign with WWE. I have no idea. I just know that they really haven't used her correctly, and her husband correctly. So
Yeah.
a lot of people haven't been used correctly.
Great.
Especially I'm just saying, a lot of people haven't been used correctly. Prince
Yeah.
Pretty being one.
Someone
Yeah.
called her out on that. She said, "Oh, I was talking about our gym memberships,"
Yeah,
which
dot, dot.
which is another subtle shot at their contract because really they've basically been getting paid to work out all this time. When you think about
That's
it,
awesome.
So-
That's great.
JC, I think we've talked about her long enough. Put up the GIF.
which one? What?
I'm talking about Maria, bro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
hey.
There you go, Nori.
Hey.
Which give her butt?
Yeah. What?
What?
I don't want
Tina.
a picture of a butt behind me.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's AJ Styles and Kyle Anderson.
Carl
Carl
Anderson.
Anderson, thank you.
Staring at her butt.
What?
I don't remember this. I just
I don't
remember,
remember that part at all.
good-looking young men in New Japan. Some people.
I just prefer not having a butt behind me.
Okay.
Here, switch.
Either way, it's behind me.
Okay.
I met her. She's really nice.
Congrats
She is
again,
good
AEW on Double or Nothing. One thing that stood out for me after the show was a little press conference Cody did, and Mark Henry from Busted Open Radio, aka Wrestling Fame Hall of Famer, asked him about the diversity of the roster in AEW. And Cody's, one thing that he said that was really interesting to me. I'd never really thought of it this way. Of course, he's in an interracial marriage with his wife, Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
And, they were talking about it. He told her, well, I don't see color. And Brandy responded, well, you don't see my experience. And for me, I thought that was very powerful. It was like, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
In this day and age where we know racism isn't dead, I wish it was. But, it's...
Billy Graham.
Dang.
I get it. We don't. It's not necessarily that we don't see color. Yes, it's obviously it's out there, but we're not inclined to judge people based on that. We have to understand them. You have to see their experiences, and I appreciate AEW for being full blown into that. So thank you very much, Cody, for that, and good luck in the future. So
Indeed.
He went over. I'm sure. I don't know.
He's the
my
host.
train of thought for a
He's
second.
the host.
He's the host. Dang.
oh come on, I don't do it intentionally. All right.
Well, Mike went over, right? When he was host?
Yeah.
Gil, come on.
Give me a break, man. That was her last
I'm
match.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Just by the way, Gail
Come
took
on,
a
he goes
picture
over
with
every time.
Charlotte this past weekend at the Coca-Cola 600, and she was like, God, I'm so short. Great
Oh,
picture.
no. Charlotte's just tall.
Yeah.
Charlotte is just
She's
tall.
like 6 feet.
And
She's like
tall,
she's like
tall
6'1"?
glass of water.
Probably.
Like my height,
I think she's like
basically.
6'1" or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
she's tall.
she's like an inch
Tall
shorter than
glass
me,
of
so-
water.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like if she wear heels, Andrade's going to be like,
I mean, in
Short
all
Mexican.
fairness, at some point, JC will have to do a Lita base show, and I'll do the same thing.
Well, what is her last match going to be at this
I don't
point?
know.
That's
I mean,
the
I hope she comes. Honestly, I hope her and Trish both come back for a few more.
For a tag
Or
title run?
I mean, not even. I mean, just matches. It doesn't
I
have
guess.
to be
Yep.
with the title, but yeah, I mean, either way.
Yep. All right, so NXT TakeOver 25 is Saturday
Saturday.
in
Saturday.
the
I don't think
park.
we're all right. It's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Saturday, June 1st at
in
7
the
p.m.
park.
Central Time. Kickoff show is at 6 p.m. It is
4th of
from the
July.
Webster Bank Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and exclusively on the WWE Network.
No, of course it is.
Yes.
and of
so-
course we're watching it.
You think they're going to go for 3 hours, though?
Yeah.
I think they'll do their usual, like not quite, like
Well,
2
yeah.
and a half.
Well, if you include the kickoff, maybe.
Oh, obviously, that'll be 4 hours. So,
The ladder match might run long,
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
see. I'm
which is why there are 4 teams.
Obviously, they have one more episode of NXT that will still air. Maybe
They
they'll
might-
add a match or two. Who knows?
They might put another match or two in here.
Maybe. We'll see.
I always want to put money that'll be Kushida versus Cassius Ohno. I
Nice.
really want to put money that
no.
that's going to be
But
it.
you know what? I feel like maybe they'll put in a match where maybe they have like a few of the wrestlers that are not necessarily on the show all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have like a battle royal just randomly
Yeah,
and just have all the talent be there. Like
Albert Hardy Jr.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we'll see Albert Hardy
We'll
Jr.
see. If they announce anything, and
Maybe we'll see
post
Mia
up.
Yim.
We'll
I mean,
check
like,
our
we have
Twitter
no
account.
idea.
Gia Lee, please God.
That
If
was-
they do add a match, check our Twitter
Sorry.
account at CCG_WrestleCast for our picks. I'll try and compile them and let them know. And of course, subscribe to our Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel.
Oh, sorry.
Speaking of the Countdown City Geeks, happy birthday to the Countdown City Geekcast. 4 years, which
Wait, 4 horsewomen? Oh, I'm sorry.
four
We're the 4 horse
Four.
people.
4 horse
4 years of
people.
the Geekcast.
4 horse human beings.
I, of course,
Right.
have been a part of it for the last year, and thank you again, guys, for inviting me to be a part of it. It's been a blast. And
I've been part of it for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. When was our first show?
Our first show was SummerSlam weekend.
Ooh,
It
we're
was?
coming. We're getting close to 1 year.
We're gonna what's the 1 year for us, and I want to say thank you to Steady, Rob, Jericho, Dusty. Dusty, I haven't met you. I know you're one of the original guys, but without the Geekcast, without you guys inviting me to be a part of this, there's no WrestleCast.
Right.
We had talked about doing it for a while, and we finally had the means to do it. And it's without your guys' help, we wouldn't be having as much fun as we are.
Exactly.
It's a great way for us to get together once a week and just
relieve some stress.
it's therapy. If you think
It
about
really
it, with
is.
everything that goes on in life, it's nice to just talk
Whether it
wrestling.
gets recorded or not.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, shots fired.
Yes. Still feel bad about that.
Hashtag math.
Yeah, don't worry
there you
about
go. Yeah.
Hashtag live.
Well, I mean,
Allows me to practice video editing too, so I like it.
I mean, we tried to convince them that me and Tommy just had some inappropriate outbursts, but you wouldn't.
Yeah, I was trying
I
to read.
feel like-
I was trying to get a letter from my lawyer, but somebody
Written
had to
with-
point
I
out.
feel
Written
like
with invisible ink.
Thank you.
I feel like the next time we forget to press, record, that Tommy and Mike should do the
Oh God.
the recording. Even though they're probably like, it's too late, and I'll be like, you know what? I stayed up too late too.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's your
No, I
fault.
should just do
You
it.
live 5 minutes away.
I should do
10.
it by myself and just
Not
bring an
even
Infinity
5.
Gauntlet
Like
and that
10.
just says ha 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 ha. I snapped them away,
7.
and then you
I
guys come
tried
back.
it.
Crap, it didn't
Like
work.
Anyway, next week on.
Traffic.
Are you arguing about the minutes it takes
I
for him
have
to
no
get home?
idea.
Tommy's the one that lists further.
Next week,
For
we
now.
are going to be recapping NXT TakeOver 25, and we'll be previewing WWE Super Showdown. And yes, Tommy, we will preview New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion 6-9 in Osaka-Jo Hall.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Let's go,
Careful.
Osaka-Jo Hall.
And
Almost
for that
feels like
segment
you're
of the
gonna punch the
show,
mic.
Tommy, you're welcome to host
Yes.
that. Even though there's only 3 matches.
Tommy,
so
I pick
far.
everything that you pick.
What the heck?
There's only like 3
Why do
matches.
we-
There's anything else that-
Why
else
do we
so
have
far?
to cash in and
That's
he just
because
gets
they'll
it?
probably wait till like close to the end.
Are
of Super
you going to
Junior.
talk
'Cause by then,
expertly
I
about
think it might
Japan
be over.
wrestling?
So hopefully
I
by the time
can?
we record, they should have a full
Yeah, it
card.
should. It
As
should.
long
Okay.
as Tommy's there.
I'll do some research.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I'll
No,
put
I
it this
won't.
way. The main event is Okada versus Jericho.
Okay, I know them. Yes. Who else is there? Who else is there? Anybody?
Okay, you know what?
Anybody
No,
else?
wait. I gotta. Hold on. Let me just see what else is announced right now because
Ishii versus
Nope.
Naito?
Taichi for the
Taichi
never
versus-
openweight championship.
Never open weight. Isn't
Never heard of them, but I'll look them
Intercontinental
up.
title?
Oh yeah, Tetsu Naito versus Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, there we go.
Ibushi.
I know Ibushi.
You know Ibushi, yeah. So
Oh yeah, you missed that part of.
Tina's gonna copy Tommy.
No, I'm not. I will strongly agree with Tommy.
I was
I mean, I'm really going back and forth, but I think I'm gonna agree with Tommy on every.
I think
single
Mike's
pick.
gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, just more subtly. Hello.
I'm not.
Can't argue with that strategy.
saying-
Tina went 7-2 for crying out loud.
Yeah, but in that one, and to be honest, only 2 matches I really followed Tommy.
Yeah, and that's the
That's
thing. It's
true.
like I think those are
And
2
one
matches.
match-
I think 2 of them were the ones I got right. I was like, geez.
No.
Taichi versus
One of
Tomoyashi.
them-
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
One
it's
of
a-
them, one of them
Okay,
I picked
yeah.
with you was wrong, and one of them
Yeah.
I picked with you was right.
Yeah,
So-
I think the Joshi one you picked with me was right.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
You're the only one.
the other one, and then the other one was the battle royal, whatever they called it.
We all got that wrong.
We all got it wrong.
Yeah.
Those are the only other ones I got wrong.
Doesn't count.
But the other ones I did good.
Yeah.
You did 7-2. You did more than good.
Yeah. Did great.
I was being humble. No, I'm kidding.
Well, we're all sitting down, so we
I
be
am,
humble.
guys.
I was being humble. Look at my humbleness, guys. It's so
This
great.
is what happens, guys. All right.
I mean,
so,
after the last
I could
show,
go another hour,
hey,
brother.
Hey, the last show, Mike did really well. So
Yes.
That's true.
You know, the math people here are killing it.
Yes, I agree. Although on a personal note,
yes.
I feel like there's 8 times in the past 2 months where people are like, "Hey, Mike's jokes were hilarious." It's not a once in a time. Like it's always 8 times is every time they're like, "Oh man, he was real funny tonight." And I'm like, "Okay, if it happens every time, guys, I'm just saying."
Oh my god. Yeah, WrestleMania party night. You had Ted rolling the whole time. That was
Did you see
great.
my face?
But, no.
Did you see my face? Okay, cool.
I'm not
See
being
what-
humble.
You'll see it in the.
I
When
can't
go
wait
back
to
and
watch
edit,
this.
I'll watch
Camera.
this. I can't
He
wait.
says my jokes are good and funny. I was just like,
This will be fun to edit.
Shenanigans, pistol.
Thanks for watching
see,
this
he
week.
is attacking. He just totally said shenanigans pistol whip.
That's a kill
We
shot.
need to switch, JC. He's gonna hurt me.
It's a kill shot. Over here we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
Over there we got Mike.
Thanks.
My beautiful wife Tina of 7 years.
Bye, guys. Shenanigans.
And I'm JC. And as always, heels and baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real. People are fake.
We out.
So if you want to subscribe to the channel, click right here.
And if you want to watch more WrestleCast videos, I got 3 words for you. Click right here.